What's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG bringing you another video game update on Transformers Reactivate. Even though news has been sparse, we've still been getting little tidbits here and there, whether it be in the form of toy leaks or certain leakers who are legit, such as my guy DPZ Luna, who doesn't really think that highly of me as seen by this awesome comment he left me with the clown emoji. I'm not sure why he left that, but hey, it's good to be acknowledged. Anyways, a lot of you guys have been asking me to bring you more news on this, and I love bringing news on this, guys, but I gotta be honest with you, there has been little to none that I can go off of. Transformers Reactivate is just in one of those weird states where we don't know exactly what the developers are doing, and it's quite honestly a bit discerning, but in the same way I have a nagging suspicion that they are hard at work trying to figure something out. Given the major fact that this game has been in different development hands, it's probably a thing where they're still working out the kinks while trying to add new things that they want to introduce to the project. And there's also the whole facelift that is going to be undergoing thanks largely in part to the graphics engine they're going to be using, which is Unreal Engine 5. That will undoubtedly add an extra layer of detail to the character designs and overall atmosphere of this game's setting, and it'll allow them to do a multitude of other things that we've never seen before in any of the previous Transformers games. Like, this is going to be a huge deal, and I can't wait to see what the actual gameplay looks like. While we still haven't been given a release date for the game, there's still no indication that it's been delayed in the slightest. As a matter of fact, DPZ Luna seems adamant that that isn't the case and that the developers are just hard at work on different things. He also mentioned that the porting to Unreal Engine 5 was done a couple months ago, so in most cases the development for Reactivate is full speed ahead, and if there's any speculations regarding the game being delayed, it's all just that. It's just a speculation. And it's understandable why fans are making that assumption. It's not like the marketing has been the best. The only thing we've gotten is a reveal trailer that was dropped at last year's Game Awards. Other than this being a 4-player online action game, there hasn't been any other details dropped by the actual developers of it. Like, if it was my game, I would have at least made it a point to actually just drop something pertaining to the characters and just gave like a reveal for each individual Autobot or Decepticon, or any bios of the humans who will be aiding in fighting against the Legion. Like, I understand if we are ways off of getting this game, but having something that keeps the hype going and reminds people that this game is actually releasing sometime in the near future would really help it out. That's what I absolutely love about Sony, because once they drop this reveal trailer for any kind of upcoming project, they're going to provide you with a slew of details on their PlayStation blog, and they're not stingy with their details. They're kind enough to outsource it to other outlets such as Game Informer. I believe that every gaming company should follow this business model because it keeps us satiated and in the know on certain details. Another reason why fans are a bit concerned about this game is the fact that it will be having a live service model. It's considered a taboo, and collectively it's one of the most reviled gaming trends in recent memory. There have been so many titles that have made these empty promises and continuous updates only to kill a game that looked like it had a promising future. We've seen this happen with games such as Marvel's Avengers, and it could be the fate of another upcoming title that's just been delayed, that being Rocksteady's Suicide Squad. In more cases than not, a games as a service title has no final or complete version, as they are just ever changing and content is always being added or removed. While that adds some form of improvement, that doesn't always guarantee that your player base will be happy, because they might like certain characters in the vanilla version compared to how they've been updated. And then there's the monetary aspect, where a company can pretty much wring your wallet dry. It hasn't been disclosed on if this game would be free to play or sold on store shelves, but if it's the latter, it could prove to be a problem. Usually when you purchase a game, you get what you pay for. Like, there are a few outliers such as Grand Theft Auto, but for the most part those games were built with single player in mind. They weren't necessarily built on the foundation of spending excessive amounts of cash. That's why it's never clear on if you'll get a bang for your buck when it comes to live service titles. Whether you get your money's worth out of this season pass is anyone's guess, which is basically going to be a gamble to you at the end of the day. After putting so much time and money into a live service title, you're going to feel obligated to keep playing it even if you don't want to. And if you end up taking a long break from a title, you might have to refamiliarize yourself with some of the mechanics, because the game is constantly being updated with new things while you're away. And I don't want you guys thinking that this game is going to be dead on arrival because it is a live service title, because there have been some good ones that were released years ago and are still going strong. When done right, a live service game will adapt and evolve to the needs of their player base. You have titles like League of Legends, No Man's Sky, and Warframe, which this game has been rumored to be heavily inspired by. And if Splash Damage takes a page out of this book with giving us continuous updates, major story expansions, and newly added multiplayer content, it could be just as successful and build a dedicated community that'll continue to support it. I mean, they already have the Transformers IP to get behind, so it can't be that hard to do. But anyways, I wanted to talk about something that has me very hyped if it's true. As you read by the title, Transformers Reactivate could potentially feature some beastly robots. And that's the Beast Wars cast. This is a cast that I have been looking forward to seeing, and it might seem like a far-fetched idea, but I think this falls perfectly in line with the franchise, because as you know, Transformers just doesn't pertain to one single universe. It is a multiversal affair. As the years progress and the Transformers brand continues to get more popular, they also continue to expand in different other continuities. Before it was retcon, Unicron was said to be this multiversal singularity who could easily tap his conscience into any other version of himself. And we've seen many versions of the Transformers, but one of the major standout successors of the G1 would have to be the Beast Wars cast, which has garnered a large fan base. A lot of 90s kids who weren't familiar with the Transformers got their introduction to it through that series. And this newer generation just got introduced to the Beast cast through Transformers Rise of the Beast. So there's just been this big resurgence with those particular characters. And now it seems like they're going to be featured in Transformers Reactivate. A few weeks ago, the Transformers Reactivate leaker god messiah himself, DPZ Luna, stated that this game will include Beast Wars characters in addition to the expected Autobots and Decepticons. While he didn't specify which Maximals or Predacons will be playable, he promised that said robots will bring with them an array of special powers and abilities that would allow for more diverse strategies on the battlefield. He also alluded to the Quintessons possibly being behind the attack from the Legion, which I wouldn't be surprised if they are in this game, because if I'm not mistaken, they were mentioned on one of the Transformers Reactivate toy boxes. When it's not Unicron being that major threat, then it's the Quintessons, so yeah. But regardless, it's just awesome to see that Splash Damage and Hasbro are taking it upon themselves to dig into that big toy chest of characters to play with. I don't just see them stopping at the G1 and Beast Wars era, I see them taking from all the different respective continuities. We're talking Transformers Cybertron, Robots in Disguise, and Armada, which I already heard rumors that they had some Armada characters, particularly Red Alert. And it's going to be cool seeing how well those characters translate with this new technology we have. I'm pretty sure they're going to add more detail to these characters to make them fit within this realistic setting that they're establishing. And then there's the possibility of them bringing back old voice actors who voiced these characters, such as Gary Chalk as Optimus Prime and David Kaye as Megatron. Not only could they easily get these guys to voice them in the entire Unicron trilogy of characters, they could also get them to voice Optimus Primal and Beast Wars Megatron. The possibilities are endless, and if they play their cards correctly, this thing could be big. Like, it could be bigger than what we're making it out to be now. And I hope they come out with a proper rollout, something similar to how NetherRealm Studios does with their Mortal Kombat games, where they release these characters in something like a season pass. Because the Transformers universe, it is very vast, and it doesn't necessarily have to stop with the Legion as the main antagonist. They could easily utilize other villains from all the Transformers lore. Anyways, if this rumor is true, then it makes perfect sense, because Beast Wars, like I mentioned, it has this renewed focus on it across all the different Transformers media. I'm pretty sure Paramount is going to give them their own movie to do their thing against the Predacons who were missing in Transformers Rise of the Beast. So this is yet another platform that could give them more notoriety. But anyways, that's going to do it for us today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I was a little all over the place. I'm still getting used to not scripting out my videos, which is why you guys probably hear me talking this way and rambling. But I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm enjoying giving you guys a good sense of who I really am as a speaker. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you feel like Splash Damage is taking too long when it comes to bringing us news on Transformers Reactivate? And do you think that the Beast Wars cast will make an appearance in this game? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I ask that you like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs down if you want to. But if you really enjoyed this video, it would help me out tremendously if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing is caring. But once again, this is your boy RBG signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. As a successful YouTube user, I often get questions asking what I use to get my videos tons of views. And the answer to that is TubeBuddy. This thing has helped me take my channel to the next level in ways I never imagined. It's a browser extension that helps new and experienced YouTubers grow fast and optimize their channels. I've been using this extension for years and it's constantly getting updated with new features, like the SEO tool that helps me come up with the perfect title, description, and tags to get more people to click on my videos. It even provides you with analytics besides your videos to see how much traffic your video is generating from various social media sites. The extension is absolutely free, but as a special offer, we're giving a 50% discount for channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers that purchase the Pro upgrade. All you have to do is enter in the code RisingStarBuddy. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel or taking your content to the next level, download the extension now. You can do so by clicking on this link that'll be provided in the description of this video.